I am going to share a presentation under the theme Solar Energy for a Cooler Planet. So when it comes to the solar energy, like now here we are going to see that's what is beyond solar deployment. So beyond solar deployment, actually we could see that the given potential of solar deployment in India is like, so we have 5,000 terawatt per hour of India's solar potential. So this is actually enough to cover 90%, 94% of the national demand. So this actually paves a way for the foundation of long-term energy security and climate action. And whereas we could also see that we have 25 gigawatt of capacity growth of India. So India has a record of 24.5 to 25.2 gigawatt of solar capacity, which is actually in 2024. So this actually demonstrates the power of rapid clean energy deployment that is being actually happening. And also based on the intergovernmental panel for climate change, based on the assessment report 6 of under Paris Agreement, we actually have the 1.5 degrees Celsius climate threshold. So this actually urges us to accelerate the process of renewable energy deployment worldwide, not only in India. So when it comes to the next frontier of sustainability, so as we can see that solar transition is not just about generating more energy, but it is actually about how to maximize those benefits for people and to the prosperity and also for the panel. The planet. So here are some of the questions. So like, how can we expand clean energy while strengthening the communities? So how can we power the future while using resources responsibly? And how can economic growth and environmental stewardship can be correlated and advanced together? So now we are going to see the opportunities which are actually there to strengthen the transition of solar deployment. So we have land and ecosystems. So as our previous Yuva sustainability storytellers and resource person said, so we can integrate agrivoltaics and biodiversity sensitive siting. As Pratyush sir said, so these two can be integrated to generate clean energy while protecting the crucial landscapes. And when it comes to critical mineral dependency, so in order to mitigate the chances of it, we can develop the recycling processes, we can focus more into material innovation, and we can focus more into domestic value chains. So this will actually help us to strengthen the energy security. And when it comes to the waste challenge, so we can build a circular solar economy. And also when it comes to the grid intermittency, so we can actually expand the storage of solar deployment. We can incorporate smart grids like renewable micro energy grids, and we can demand management to maximize solar utilization. And also when it comes to the social and equity part, so we can increase the community participation and youth leadership in the process of transition. So from deployment to transformation. So when it comes to the process and the transition from deployment to the transformation of solar energy, so we have 5 critical factors which can be focused more. So we have ecological intelligence in siting. So through agrivoltaics, we can have 16,000 gigawatt per hour of potential, which is actually enough to power 15 million homes. And also why this actually cuts the irrigation by 20 to 30%. So for that, we can actually bring floating solar, which actually eliminates that land conflict. And we have circular material systems. For that, actually we can see France, which recycles 90% of the end of life panels. So India's e-waste rules are actually now including the PV modules. So and also like we can bring copper for silver substitution. So this will actually reduce the adverse effects of critical mineral dependency, which we actually saw in the previous slide. So we have also adaptive grid and storage. So adaptive grid and storage. So actually this will actually reduce the grid mix process. And also we can see that every 100 megawatt of new solar actually which will carry 20 to 50 megawatt per hour of co-located storage. So we can actually see that the smart meter shows 12 to 18% of demand side efficiency gains. So the distributed energy democracy. So we can actually bring community solar models and tribal revenues sharing legislation and everything, and intergenerational governance. So cross ministry solar task force. So with binding joint mandate can be brought, and also we can bring institutional participation too. So India global model for sustainable solar growth. So we So we can actually see that India actually has 450 gigawatt of renewables target by 2030, and we have more than 600 million plus youth who are under the age 25, and 70% of new solar workforce, which is being stated by GFSC. So based on that, I have brought a proposed model here. So in the next 5 to 15 years, we can bring a transition. So in the next 1 to 2 years, we can bring a PV-EPR legislation, extended producer responsibility legislation. We can launch agrivoltaic pilot farms, and also in the next 2 to 5 years, we can actually scale that agrivoltaics to 5 gigawatt. We can actually establish recycling facilities, and also we can achieve the 10 gigawatt co-located battery storage. So these can actually mitigate the adverse effects of the challenges which we actually previously saw in the transition side. So, and in the next 5 to 15 years, we can actually we can bring the decommissioned panels to be reused and recycled, and also we can ensure that village electrification is done using renewable microgrids, and youth to be ensured of holding 30% plus of sector decision making roles. So this is from my side, and thank you so much to everyone.